Alright, so this is going to be a short video. We are into the last bit of wheat for 2024. When we were coming to the field this morning, there was a short little run between home and where we are, and where the field was pouring rain. I said to Sarah, I said, we got to continue on, because with these weather patterns here this year, we just don't know what it's going to turn into. I thought I was going to be rained out. Got to the last field that I did prior to today, prior to today. Jared wanted me to check the straw, and it was raining there. So I said, well, that straw ain't gonna work for you, bub. So it was raining there. So we continued on and got to where the combine was parked, and it wasn't raining. So I said, well, we're gonna start cutting. I started cutting early. I was getting, I don't know, 16, 17% moisture. I said, we're just gonna start cutting. To our south, the sky was black. I thought we were gonna get rained off here, and at about 2-3 o'clock, that didn't happen. Right now, the one truck that I was filling, it just left out of here with a short load, because I was getting raindrops on my window. I said, well, we better get that truck out of here, because we don't have a tarp on that one. And my father's taking that back to the farm. He says, well, it's not raining towards home, and home is that away. I said, well, head on out of here with it. So we're gonna keep at it. We've got this strip here left to do, and then we've got another field over on the back road. And we are hopefully going to get it done tonight. If you followed along in the last video, I bent the flex bar on this left-hand side. I was picking up down wheat, and I don't remember, it bouncing up over anything, but whatever it was, it was. Getting too much green in there. It's not cutting all that well. Coming along the outside. But at any rate, we bent the flex bar. We took it off. Took the flex bar out completely. And I would have been able to just take and straighten it with a sledgehammer by putting the cutter head down firmly on the ground and whacking at it. But we ended up removing all of the guards, all the little section plates for the floor. I whacked it with a 3-pound hammer. That didn't quite do it. Whacked it with a 10-pound sledgehammer. That straightened it. But we had to take the head home so that we could dig out 3 broken bolts over on that left-hand side. They were M10 millimeter bolts. So we got them dug out, and we got that fastened back down. I ordered a new flex bar. I stated that in the last video. Ordered a new flex bar, and it looks as though we're going to be able to put that on the shelf for another day. I haven't had much experience with an actual flex head. The last head we had was a rigid head, I think. I thought that was a 900 series. I might be wrong. But at any rate, that was only 15 foot. This one's 20 foot. And we've had this for 9 years. It was 9 years ago today. I was actually coming over into this location. I put a drawbar on the back of the combine so that I could pull the header cart with the combine. We offset the drawbar, and I was going down. We're right in Lafayette now. The McDonald's is right there. Route 81 is to our right. Burned area is to our left, and so on for the locals. So we were coming down Beacon Skiff Hill, and I passed my brother-in-law, and he calls me. He says, "Hey, your wheels are wobbling like crazy on that thing you're pulling behind the combine." I'm going down that steep hill. Again, for those of you that are local to the area, you'll know where I'm at. So I actually pulled into that warehouse that's just past Orchard Valley, and I'm going to drop a picture in here right now. I pulled into there, and I shouldn't have been pulling the grain head cart. We've only pulled it a couple of times with the combine. It's a pain in the ass to hook up. We got more raindrops here. It's a pain in the ass to hook up unless you got somebody right with you, because you don't know where the drawbar is, and you don't want to overback the situation. So at any rate, I pulled into that warehouse, Apple Acres, just in past Orchard Valley. Again, I'm gonna drop another picture in here now. And he was right. There was a wheel that was a wobbling. And it was, pretty sure it was the front one. I'm going off of memory here. I seen the picture popped up on my Facebook memories today, and there wasn't any studs in it. The header cart was leaning just enough to the left that the actual lip on the hub forced itself into the rim, and it kept the rim in place. So I'm like, oh my God. So what we did is I took a stud out of each of the other 3 wheels to put in the front left wheel to keep it in place, and then there's an actual sticker somewhere on that header cart that says torque wheels daily. So we're gonna keep at it here. Maybe we won't get done tonight, I don't know, but we're gonna keep at it. I'm climbing up to 15% moisture, and if this rain shower moves on past us, we're just gonna keep on going. I've got some green on this edge. The outside of the field is a little tough here, and that's causing some moisture issues, but we're gonna keep on it. And if we don't get done today, we don't get done today. We'll have to come back at it another day, providing that we don't get too much rain during this storm. So we're gonna back up, let the reel pound that wad in. Draper head would be nice. The draper would have honked that, the draper belt would have honked that frickin' wad of crap in instead of the auger trying to deliver it. But we're dealing with an old dilapidated, it's not an old head, it's old dilapidated technology. But this old girl has earned its keep here. We did have a couple of breakdowns here. I had the chain come off of the auger here a couple of nights ago, and we had that bent flex bar, along with dropping the head in the middle of the road some 30 miles north of here. I just sucked in some green grass there. And we had to weld a piece on the hydraulic cylinder that's on the right-hand side of the head. That was a successful repair. And it was something that, yes, it shouldn't have happened, but it did. So, oh well. We'll keep after it. Hopefully the sprinkles are at a minimum here. That window's wet. That window's not muches. So I'm thinking that, boy, if that damn shower or, yeah, if it would just go on past us, we'd be okay. We're down into 14% moisture, which that's what I'm getting with the Green Star display. It could be upwards of 16, but I've got a tester right there. But we're not going to stop and test it and critique it. I'm not going to stop until the cutter head doesn't want to cut no more. So, we'll keep at it here. We've got a little track coming across the field here. This was obviously planted last fall, and they put manure on that lower corn strip, and they just drove across the wheat field. It was more gooder to do that than to follow the headland and deal with the steepness in the field. So we'll keep at it here. It was looking like rain. I said to Sarah, I said, we need a little more to get on you. As soon as I seen sprinkles, I got right to that point. I backed up, offloaded what I had, and I said, just drive right around in the field. Let's get that load on out of here. So some of you might cringe a little bit to do that, but you know what? We're going to pick it all up. We're going to pick everything up that got drove over. We're even going to ingest some of the material that came out of the combine as well. So we'll keep at it. We'll touch base with you in a little while here. If we get rained out, we get rained out. We got sunny skies off to the south, sunny skies to the direct west, storm clouds to the southwest. So if they move that away, we'll be good. But I don't know. We jaw-jacked enough here. Let's keep on it. 14.12% moisture. I need to shut you guys off, and I need to touch base with the baling crew. They were baling with both balers, and they were frickin' trying to get caught up to me, and I think they got caught up to what we had cut thus far. So, alright, that was Jared. He was getting into that last field. They're waiting for trucks. They're gonna wait to bale until they see trucks. Now we're down in below 14% moisture. Alright, we'll keep at it. Well, as you can see, we're still in the same field, and we're still at it. There's still raindrops on the windshield. But as you can see, we've got the sun shining bright. We kept rolling along here. We didn't give up. And we still could get done here for tonight. Let's just keep at it. So, I don't know. It is what it is. So, seems like we've had more damn rain delays this year than we have had any other year. The other thing we have been spread out all over the place. We are at our furthest point to the east and to the south of the farm, and we have had wheat to the furthest point to the north of the farm. So we've done some traveling this year. This piece of wheat's pretty good. It's yielding quite well. We can go into numbers and we'll tell you, you know, this is 210 bushel wheat. It's just yielding like crazy. And you can see that it's such a heavy crop that it's scrunched down. The heads are that long, and it's just yielding like crazy. So, yeah, that's kind of a bullshit story with it being 210 bushel. We're just down in below 100, somewhere around there. But it is what it is. I don't know. So we'll keep at it. It's a sprayer track. It's not a planter malfunction. So it is what it is. So yeah, sun's shining very nicely now. It is 10 minutes before 6 on July 24th, 2024. All right. Well, we are able to get this field done. When I started this field, we didn't have much sun, and we were getting sprinkles. We got it done. Now we've got, I don't know what the heck the field is, 12 or 15 acres left to do. And I think we're gonna get it done. We've had rain showers move through the area around us and on us all day. I only had a little tiny bit on us a little bit ago. But one went to our south, one went to our west, one was at our north, and we're going to be able to get it done. So, we've got this field, this strip done, and we're going to move to the last field now. I really hope it doesn't rain tonight, because they could get all this straw cleaned up. Now, if you look at our cutter head, it is just as straight as a whistle from the right all the way across to the left. Right between the two flights of the auger, if you're looking out over that cutter head, that's where our flex bar was bent. And we've cut some 100 acres or so since we straightened that. And I'm not gonna worry about replacing it. I'm just gonna run it until we do something to it again. Now I know that I probably had, well, the video replacing that I haven't edited that yet. And I would imagine that there's probably quite a few of the professionals that cut a lot of crop. You know, we're just only cutting little bits of acres here. I gotta imagine that I had comments, oh, you could have straightened that with it in the machine. Well, there's a couple of things that I have not experienced with a combine. I'm a little green here with this. I broke the cutter head on that side. The cutter head meaning the flex bar. When I hit a guide wire, well, not really a guide wire, kind of like a guide wire. It was an anchor point for a trolley track. I don't know how many of you guys have worked around them. There's probably several professionals out there that have worked around trolley tracks. But I broke it on that end. What I did is I welded it. You can't weld spring steel. I know that. But we did. To get done with the season, then we changed it out. We bent it here 2-3 days ago. I didn't really think I could straighten it and have it stay straight. So we learned something. We learned that you can straighten it out, but you have to know a little bit about iron. I know a few things about iron. We're not gonna talk about those things. But one thing I've never done either, I've never plugged a combine. So I need to do quite a bit more combining to be a professional. There's quite a few clowns here that have plugged a combine before. I have not. And if I did, you guys would see that on video. I have plugged the feeder house, I've plugged the head, but I have not plugged the actual separator on the combine. So we had to drive a little bit of corn down here, and unfortunately we're going to roll out of the field with the head on. I'm gonna drive down the road, just like them big guys do, coming in and out of. Hey Sarah, I'm coming out through. Can you hold there a minute, please? You guys all see the videos of the big guys with the 40 or the 50-foot heads that, you know, they're running fore aft over the top of fence posts, back and forth. Just put the goddamn thing on the header cart and run with it, boy. I put this damn header on a cart more times in 1 year than them guys do in 10. Just because of the acreage amount of our fields aren't as many acres as theirs, and we have more traveling to do. So yeah, so we're just kind of coming down through here. We do have a driveway on the other side of this field that I didn't like to use. Jared planted the corn here, and he says, hey, what do you want me to do about leaving a laneway? I said, ooh, good question. I really don't know. Just plant it. So we've got 5 or 6 rows of corn run down here, and it is what it is. So it would be nice if we could run all one crop on here, but we did have an issue where this field washed out and it went down into Route 81. We had one of them 100-year storms, and we were scrutinized hard. You guys need to do this way and that way. Yeah, well, it's a 100-year storm. You are 35 years old, sir, and you'll never see this again in your lifetime. And it is what it is. That was the DEC officer that we had to deal with when we washed out Route 81. Oh well. So Alex is riding with Sarah. They're gonna get them pickup trucks out of here, and we're just gonna run this huge head down the road. It's only 20 foot. The road is only about 25 foot wide, and it's all back roads. Anybody that gets in my way, oh, I just hit a pretty good sized post there. The neighbor's post is done, worked over right there. So, we'll keep at it here.
It says camera's in use. Your camera is in use.
Yep. So, yeah. That post wasn't in too good. It was an old telephone pole, and this little tiny head done runned it over. Alright, make sure you look both ways, folks. Back road, 13 houses on this road, and I don't think we're gonna have anybody getting in our way. This road here is a dead-end road, and I need to go like 2 miles that way. So we're just gonna run it. I'm gonna shut the camera off unless I get into trouble, and we will bring you guys back on board here. So I'm in second gear now. Got a stop sign up here. When I stop, I'll put it in third, and we'll just walk it that way. All right. The one field that we have is just up here. Got third cut and the coming home. And we only met that one car, so that's good. My girl should be behind me here in a little bit, sis, and we will keep her lit here. We had insecticide sprayed on our alfalfa fields here. You can see tracks to our left. We got tracks to our right here as well. It was back when we had wheat on this field here, and back at that field that we videoed the 3 choppers chopping. That was the year that we seeded this alfalfa down, and we had a gentleman come help us harvest wheat that year with a Case International combine, and that's where that footage took place. It took place from this field here, that one, and the one back on yonder. So the chatter that's in the radio there, that's Jared and Andrew bailing. Nate's picking up bales. They got a couple of trucking bales. Got the tractor trailers up over on yonder. We're gonna load that. This is our wheat field here, the last field. Last field that we have left to do. That car is stopping. It's yielding for us. It's not yielding. It looks like it's pulling. Well, he doesn't know what to do. He's like, I'm gonna pull in this driveway and let you go by, but he doesn't have to do that. So he's getting ready to pull back out, and it's like, that's what you want to see, folks. That's what you want to see. So we're gonna give him a thumbs up, and he's like, hey, I got you, buddy. So we'll get her going here. Field 366. Switch it over on my field view. 366. Make active. Separator engaged. Cutter head engaged. Alright, this is the last field we have, and I should be able to get it done. It is 6:30 at night, and I'm going to run till I'm done, or I'm going to run until I get that trailer full, grain buggy, and the combine, and then we're going to check out this project. It seems like that this project is taking way too long this year, but we don't seem to be able to get enough done in a day, and then we get this done, then we got a major move in the middle of the day, and then we've got to move every truck, grain buggy, header cart, pickup trucks, and so on and so forth. But it is what it is. It's not good. I think we got more rain here because I'm dealing with 19% moisture. We might not be able to run here, guys. We're on our outside time around. I'm gonna go ahead and go one time around, and I'll reevaluate our moisture after I get around this one time, but that's not good. So we'll join up with you in a little while here. I'll let you know what I've got. We might have gotten more rain here. We are north of where we were, so it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. I've had these situations happen before on this end of where we are at on Route 20 here. So, alright, there's Jared on the telephone. So, alright, so we're going to rejoin you guys tomorrow. Remember we talked about plugging the combine? If I do the irresponsible thing of cutting this wet crop, see, we're overfeeding the top of the auger because the stuff is just not moistured out right. We're gonna plug it if we keep going. I'm going across the middle here, and we're still running at 20%. So we obviously got more rain on this side of town. It was Jared on the phone. He bailed as much as he could, and they're pulling out. It is 20 minutes to 7 on July 24th, 2024, and he said, you know what, it ain't gonna rain tomorrow, we're gonna shut down. Where we're bailing, we need to get some sun on that. It's a little tough. I agreed, and I said this over here is moistured out too much, so we're gonna quit. Maybe we turn right around here. I'll show you how this is done. None of the professional guys would do anything like this, but we're not professionals. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna circle around in the middle of the field. We're gonna hook back up to where we came across, because there isn't any sense in cutting wet wheat if we've got weather on our side. I know, light bulb turned. I know, I said I was gonna finish wheat in this video. We're still gonna finish it, we're just not gonna finish today. Nice, healthy, thick, girthy windrow straw there, boys and girls. So we're gonna walk it on up to the road. We have a short, tiny bin load on. We'll be able to offload this onto Alex, and that'll make her full load. So if she tells me she's got high moisture wheat on there with what test they get, I'm gonna tell them take another one. But we need to also tell them that we do have a couple of ton of 20% wheat on there, so that they can whisk it through the dryer, so that they're not spoiling anything that they're storing. So we've got a little bit of a tree down up here, and we're gonna have to take care of that, which the bucket loader that has the tines on it that we use to pick the bales up with, they can whisk that out of the way. No problem. Be able to get in here, till this up, and seat it down. So I need to get on the phone with the girls, see where they're at, because we need to offload this and we need to walk on out of here. We'll come on over here tomorrow sometime around noon, 1 o'clock. Being that it is at the moisture that it is now, it's wet, so it's gonna need some time to dry out here tomorrow. At least this field is completely standing. So it might have been better to have started here before we went down there, but there's no telling what the weather's gonna do when the weather does what it's doing. So we'll join up with you guys tomorrow. I need to yeah. All right, take it easy, folks. We'll catch you tomorrow. Alright, so the girls have brought the header cart over here on the black Ford. Alex needs a little bit. Sarah's going to leave the green buggy where it's at. She's going to take my green Chevy home. She took a load of wheat home that was on truck 9 because it looked like we were going to get rained on. She took that home, put it inside. I kept combining. She had to have a way back over here. She brought the green truck on. That's why we were overloaded on pickups. Alex only needs feeder house plug. Really shouldn't do that, folks, but yeah. Alex only needs a little bits. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a landing here. She's coming over. She's going to back in this driveway. We are going to offload onto her. So basically what we're doing is just a little bit of cleanup here while we're waiting for her to get here. Again, we do have some wet wheat, wetter wheat that's on the combine, but it is what it is. We stopped. I was going to keep going. I figured the outside of the field was wetter than the inside, and what we did was we combined down through the middle, way down there, where the sun would have been working on it, and it wasn't any drier. So we'll just clean this end up a little bit, let her back in, and offload, and we'll get on out of here. So that's what we deal with. So alright, I'm saying so a lot, alright, well, whatever like that. That header cart is facing the wrong way. It's just gonna have to stay that way until we get more cut. I don't want to cut any more than I have to. So we'll unhook that, wait till Alex gets here, and we'll offload this little bit that we got in the bin, the very little tiny bit, and we'll get out of here. Alright, here Alex boxes. Just pulling on up in here. She'll scope out the driveway. She'll feel things out. She's looked things over. She'll go ahead and back down on in here. I said I was going to guide her in, but I think she's got this. She'll back down in a little ways, and then she's going to regroup and pull up. Maybe she won't. She don't like that. I knew she wasn't going to like it. No. Yeah, I told you. I told you what she was going to do. Told you. I probably should get out of the truck and guide her in. Well, no, she's yeah, she's got it. Squaring herself up. The driveway's not really the greatest for what we're doing. She's gonna back in. We're gonna make sure that she doesn't hit our auger. She got out of the way just in time for that car to pass on through. So right when she gets into place, we did things lazy here, you know? We didn't get out and guide her in. So we're gonna do this, you ready? We need to give her enough room so that she can get down in underneath there. We wanna leave her enough room so that she can get out. So we're gonna pull up. I don't know where she needs this exactly. How about right there? You good? She says, turn the camera off. Offload. Alright, we got just a couple of bushel to unload. Too hard, we don't want to break it. She'll take this load home, put it inside, and she'll take this one in the morning. Just about empty there. Throttle down. Unload off. She's good to go. She nods her head. We'll let her pull out, and then we'll fold our auger back, and then we'll park kind of out of the way. She's checking things. She's out of the truck. I don't know why she's out of the truck. She checked her load. She wanted to make sure that I loaded correctly. So if I loaded off center, she would know that she could turn fast to the left, or maybe she had to turn slower to the left and the right. So she'll walk that out of here. We'll fold this auger back. Oh, we need a little grease on that hinge point. So she says, hey, I'm coming at you. Get out of my way. Get out of my way. So that is kind of an abrupt driveway to the left. She's got a car coming. So, yeah. We'll get out of her way, I guess. Maybe I should turn the camera off, eh? So, yeah. She wanted a little more room. She had to come back on over into the field, so
We'll go through this.
yeah. She wanted me out of the way. She wants to swing it. She wants to about hit that cone right there. It's not really a good left-hand turn. It's a better right-hand turn. Yeah. See? She got it. That's what she wanted to do. She wanted me the hell out of her way. All right. That's our ride home right there.